Friday Night Fishes number 7. Welcome to Snail City. I've lost count. There are so many snails, I can't even keep up anymore. You will notice the major changes. It is also now Plant City. My sister gave me a lot of her cuttings. I've gone ahead and planted those. You'll also see duckweed extravaganza on the surface. The fish absolutely love it. Absolutely love all of the plants. The cories are much happier. As you can see, this one's having a little munchy munch. They are redecorating for me. The cories have decided they don't like the hole and they're going to fill it with rocks. So look at all those rocks that they've put in the hole. All of the other fish doing very well. Like I said, starting to get concerned with the amount of snails in my tank. Probably going to have to buy a couple of assassin snails, or see if I can get some on loan from a local fish group. See if anybody's got some that they can loan me. At first it was kind of a novelty, right? You either keeping the tank clean, but as you can see, they are absolutely taking over. I am pretty sure that the ram's horn snails, yep, you heard me right, ram's horn snails, and lung snails, or pond snails, are what these little ones are, came in on the Petco plants. So on the Amazon swords and on the green ocelot there in the back. I'm relatively sure that's where they came from. But they are definitely taking over my tank. So I'm going to have to do something about it. That's where the assassin snail comes in. Nothing like getting snails to eat snails. I'm sorry, I don't know what the majority of these plants are. Got some grass. Very happy with the way it's looking. It's really interesting to me. You sit in the front of your aquarium and you look at how the plants are from the front and sometimes from the sides. But take a second, open the top of the aquarium and look inside. It is amazing how much different these plants look from the top. From the side, they look pretty sparse, separated. They're not real filled in. But man, when you look at them from the top, it's just a totally different experience. Pretty cool. But at the same time, we can always do better. My sister gave me a lot of these cuttings out of her tank. She bought some new plants. They're growing like crazy, so she's probably going to have some more different cuttings for me here pretty soon. I'm going to clean up tomorrow. Friday night is also when I give the aquarium a couple of pumps of the Easy Green from Aquarium Co-op. A little bit of fertilizer in the water. Still looking good. No ammonia spike, even though there's an abundance of snails. Nitrites were almost non-existent. Nitrates were still in the low range, but a little bit higher than they were last week. So the bacteria are doing their jobs. They're getting things changed over. It has been now 3 weeks, since my last water change. So really happy with the way things are going. I did add about 2 gallons of water last week. As you can see, I'm getting a little bit of evaporation. So I've just been kind of topping it off. But for the most part, everybody's really happy. The other thing that I made a change to this week was the fish food that I've been using. I went ahead and switched from the Tetra Tropical Flakes. I got some of the Extreme Community Crave aquatic foods with krill in it. I'll tell you what, my fish are impressed. They go nuts for this food. Absolutely crazy. Almost jumping out of the water to eat it. I'm feeding them on the same schedule I was before. I'm, feeding the same amount I was before, so they're not hungry by any stretch of the imagination. But there definitely is a quality difference in this food. I watched a couple of videos online. Primarily Corey from Aquarium Co-op reviewing it. I know they have to make money, so the reviews typically are positive on products that they like, maybe a little overly positive. But I know one of the comments that he made was that you could smell the difference in the food. So one of the first things I did when I popped the seal off was I smelled it, and it's crazy. But if you smell it and you smell the Tetra flakes, you can smell the difference in the extreme food, and it just smells better. Right? Not necessarily something I'd want to eat, but it does smell better. So that's it for this week. Hopefully some changes in the aquascaping for next week. See you then.